A movie about XRP has never been made before. Ripple has been going crazy. Coinbase, the biggest Bitcoin market in the world, backs Ripple's case against the EC. Doesn't it sound crazy? Even so, that's what Ripple's lawyers and CEO say. Some crypto experts think XRP could even reach 20,000, which is crazy. That's pretty cool, right? Watch the whole thing. Let's get to the point. Not to Ben, the story of XRP has taken another unexpected turn. This time, Coinbase is in the middle. Lawyer named Bill Morgan, who backs XRP, said it best. Coinbase is making it hard to stay permanently angry over XRP delisting. The XRP very angry when Coinbase stopped trading XRP all of a sudden after the SEC lawsuit against Ripple in January 2021. That is a pretty strong message. A lot of people thought it was dangerous, but now it's their turn. The SEC is being attacked by Coinbase, which says that the SEC is hiding important records and even destroying proof. The court records show that Gary Gendler sent texts in October from September 2023, almost a year was lost. That year was different from all the others. It talked about how FTX crashed, how there were many ways to police the rules, and how Ethereum users were arguing about whether the proof of stake model could make it safe. And it gets worse. The SEC's Office of Inspector General said that at least 21 high-level texts are also missing. Paul Grew, one of Coinbase's top lawyers, didn't hold back when he talked about X. Things that the SEC was meant to keep and show were thrown away. It was clear they were not telling the truth. Companies that don't keep good records pay the SEC billions of dollars in fines, but the SEC breaks the rules too. Now, Coinbase wants punishments, faster finding, and even for SEC employees who may have broken the law to be looked into. What does this mean for the XRP Ripple coin? When the SEC's crackdown was at its worst, Coinbase took XRP off the market. Now, they might be one of the biggest backers of XRP by going after the government directly. Coinbase is making Ripple stronger in a roundabout way. Being able to prove that the SEC isn't telling the truth will make XRP's legal and social base even stronger. Some experts even think that Coinbase will have to take XRP off the market for good once the dust settles. This could be very important for acceptance and money flow. The talk makes things worse. Brain Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, is said to personally hold millions of XRP behind the scenes. This could mean that the people in charge of the exchange have always been interested in Ripple's progress. Even after it was taken off the public market, fans of XRP have quickly spread the story even though it hasn't been proven. It also fits with the idea that Armstrong and Coinbase may have long-term plans for XRP to come back. Finally, the SEC agreed that XRP sold on secondary markets is not a security. This means that Ripple has already won one of the most important legal fights in the history of crypto. But Coinbase shows that the SEC is not as reliable as it seems. Even if it's not official, if the two groups work together, XRP could become the most important payment token in the world again. Yes, now comes the best part. The price of XRP could go through the roof if Coinbase really does become its secret weapon against its enemy. People will be able to buy and sell XRP like crazy when it is fully relisted on the biggest US market. Some experts have already dropped red flags about price targets that don't sound real. I promise you that what the best crypto experts say will blow your mind. People in the crypto world can hardly keep it together because XRP has been the subject of court cases and crazy price expectations. What Macrita says is it's clear from the tweets that the XRP trade is finally more XRP Avengers says that XRP is like Bitcoin but stronger. XRP will hit 10,000. No one can do it better than Jack the Ripper. An update on XRP says that the price is going up and that a breakout is possible. The big guy who was sleeping is now awake. These tweets aren't just hype that doesn't say anything. They lead to some really brave analyst. Cryptoxi Man recently made a truly amazing long-term statement about the price of XRP. He said that by 2038, Bitcoin could be worth $1 billion each. That's why A-Man thinks XRP could be worth as much as $1 in a coin, which is $7 times what it is now. And it's hard to picture. That way of thinking isn't so crazy after all. People didn't think Bitcoin would grow from a 2 million market cap in its early days toward $1 trillion today. Today, it's worth over $2 trillion. A man says that Bitcoin's market value could reach many trillions of dollars if the world's money supply grows and prices go up. Keep going. The same thing could happen with XRP. He believes that XRP's market value could hit 2 quadrillion in the future. This is only a tenth of what Bitcoin is thought to be worth, so the price tag of 21,000 is correct. And then talks about why setting is important. Right now, XRP is worth a small part of what it could be. Just like Bitcoin was in its early years. Another part, he talks about Brad Garlinghouse, who is the CEO of Ripple and has long seen XRP as a key part of world financial systems. This is important to AI Man. When he says that the CRO and exponential growth will happen, he says XRP could power the whole world, which is like what Garlinghouse wants to do. This won't happen right away, of course. We should wait, a man says. If Fidelity is right and Bitcoin really does reach impossible heights, it could be 10 years or more before these predictions come true. But XRP is a great long-term investment, along with the new laws and the chance that Coinbase will relist XRP. This study makes the story even more interesting. The court beats the SEC and the momentum has changed because of Coinbase's fight for openness. This could mean more people using it and prices going up. Some say that the CEO of Coinbase may own millions of XRP coins. This makes things even more interesting and suggests that the exchange has a stake in the success of XRP. To sum up, XRP isn't just waking up. The crypto world is getting ready for a trip that might totally change things. Either it's a wild guess or a glimpse into the future. Everyone is looking at you. Let's talk about what XRP is great for now. Our favorite coin is quietly shaking up the world of money in the background. Trust me, what's going on now is the real deal, from foreign payments to deals between banks. Don't miss this story. That's not the end of XRP's story yet. People all over the world are now starting to notice how it can be used in real life. Crypto expert Crypto Sensei brought up a very important point not long ago. When Swift goes away, Ripple, the company that makes XRP, could take its place. Swift has been the main way that people send money across countries for decades. He said that banks might soon think that Ripple's on-demand funding is a better choice because of how it works and how little it costs. There are many good things about older systems like Swift. For example, banks have to keep Nostro and Vostro funds that are already full of foreign currency. A lot of money that could be used elsewhere is being held hostage. Cryptos and C said that banks can get rid of these funds that aren't being used with Ripple's flexibility. This cuts costs by a lot and frees up cash that can be put to better use. It's not just about money either. The game changes too when you go fast. It only takes seconds to complete a deal with Ripple, but days with Swift. There are many good reasons for businesses to add XRP to their financial systems. The fact that it works well and settles quickly is one of them. They talked about it like it was a problem in a meeting. Why pay crazy amounts of money for Swift when there is a better choice that is faster, less expensive, and more adaptable? He was pretty sure that the directors would not be able to turn down Ripple's offer because it made good business sense. People might even fight back against those who try to stay with Swift because the chance to save money is too good to pass up. The price of XRP could change a lot because of this chance for it to be used by many people. Think about a world where large banks and other financial institutions accepted XRP's payment. Quickly demand and cash flow would go through the roof. Ripple says its users will save a huge amount of money in